Hi everyone, it's Kristen from the Distance Depot. We had a request to talk about the differences in some of our products, and so today I'm going to talk about the Montana Cincha Mohair Girths that we offer and why each one is different and what the differences are. We get a lot of questions as to what size girth you should have. There are so many variables that come into that question. It's often a hard question to answer, but I always like, it depends on, where your girth rigging hangs, how your saddle pad fits, where it lands on the girth billets, and how tall your horse is, how round your horse is. There's lots of variables that go into that question. But what I'm looking for when I select a girth and the correct size is that the girth buckles end up way out of the way of the elbow, meaning when the horse is moving and trotting, cantering, whatever he's doing, I want the elbow when it comes back to be free and clear of any buckle so that there's no interference there. So hopefully your saddle setup with the pad that you're using and so on accommodates getting those buckles up out of the way of that moving elbow. All of our girths that we offer are measured buckle end to buckle end. So we aren't talking about, extra neoprene that hangs off or extra fleece on any of our girths. Again, we measure buckle end to determine the length of the girth. So mohair is a natural fiber. It's very soft, so it's used pretty widely in our industry to help prevent girth sores or girth galling. Because it is a natural fiber, it should not be machine washed. You can hand wash these. Do not scrub them. Do not rub them together with agitation. You can hose them off. That works really well if they're particularly muddy or sandy. I know my mom's in Florida, and so when she gets done, she lays them down on the cement and hoses them off. Hang them up to dry. I basically sort of dip mine in a bucket when it gets really grungy, let it sit in there for a little bit, take it out, and I shake off the excess water, and then do dry them out of direct sunlight. You can hang them and let the buckles, hang towards the floor. Do not lay them down so that the buckles lay on any water on the neoprene. In fact, lay them upside down. That way, any water, obviously goes away from the buckles. We do use stainless steel roller buckles on all of these girths, and let's get to some of the differences. So the endurance girth, which I'm showing you here, is wider in the center. It has a standard 1 1/8 inch buckle. It's actually a special buckle, but it does accommodate your standard English 1-inch rigging. So meaning the inside of this buckle that your billets are going to come through is 1 inch, so it will accommodate that. We have neoprene backers to protect the buckles from your horse's side, sitting on your horse's side, and we also have an exclusive Velcro closure that goes up and over the buckle like this, so it keeps it upright. Therefore, when you girth up, you don't have to go over to the other side. Make sure that Velcro or neoprene backer hasn't folded under, allowing those buckles to sit against your horse's side. We want to keep it upright. So the endurance girth is 26 strands of mohair. So there's quite a bit of mohair in here. And you can see there's, sort of 2 layers here. And that's a lot of mohair. It's wider in the center, offering a little better weight distribution, and also maybe helping anchor the saddle a little bit, so maybe you don't have so much side-to-side movement or slippage. I use the straight English on my endurance Orthoflex Endurance cutback, and it works super well. My saddle stays in place really nicely. The center fire rigged girth has a 2-inch wide buckle, so a little wider. Your English billets would be too sloppy in here, but these buckles are to accommodate the rigging where your saddle is rigged up, where you have a strap at the front and a strap at the back, and you're pulling it. They call that center fire rigging. So those buckles accommodate that strapping. And that, I guess 1.5 inch billets on that 2-inch buckle will fit in there, 1.5 inch billets. The Western straight cinch has 17 strands of mohair, and all of our girths have the keeper for your latigo or your billets, so that those will tuck in and keep them from flopping around. So the English girth has, again, that standard 1 1/8 inch buckle, which will accommodate the 1-inch English billets. And they have 14 strands. The English, straight English, and the center fire rigged have 14 strands. We also offer the whip stitch roper, which is basically our endurance girth. It's Montana's Cincha's Western girth, and so it has Western stainless steel roller buckles on it. We also carry the neoprene girths that Montana Cincha makes. We do put elastic on one side of these girths, so you can see it stretches a little bit. The buckle looks tucked down in there, but once you girth up, it allows the rib cage to expand and for the horse to breathe comfortably while he's in exercise. So I like that elastic feature on one side, and you can see the other buckle sticks right out. We do have Western and English neoprene girths. So that completes the talk about the Montana Cincha Mohair Girths. Should you need a special link that you don't see on the website, feel free to call the Distance Depot 866-863-2349 or send us an email with the link you would need, and we can certainly get you a quote. Thanks very much.